Hey there, welcome to the Junk Drawer. My name is Enzo, and today we're doing something a little different. So, I am trying to get more into customizing this year, and I plan on doing more custom, like full custom dolls, but I thought it would be fun to start a series where I try out different things that you customize. So like trying out hairstyles or hair treatments or ways to draw on chest hair or ways to draw eyes or stuff like that. So in this video, I'm going to tackle eyes, speaking of eyes, and I've never drawn eyes on a doll before, so I'm going to try some techniques in this video. And in my head, I see this series as like kind of like an ongoing thing. So this will probably not be the only eyes video, but I just wanted to start with the basics. And then maybe like the next one will be like different types of eyes or whatever. So with this video, I'm working with a boy doll, and I'm literally just wiping his eyes off and trying to draw them on. And I try different techniques. And yeah, so I hope you enjoy this video, and I will see you at the end. Okay, here we are. So I have a blank canvas here. I just had this in my pile o bodies, and then I have a reference doll. So today we're going to do eyes, and I know I only know of two ways to do eyes. One with colored pencils, and the other way with paints. So I think we're going to try both ways. Yeah, so I guess I'm just going to get into it. So I'm going to try to, like I said, I'm going to try to mimic these eyes on him. So let's go. Also, this is, he has been Mr. Super Cleared. So there is one coat on him at least. So so this is my first time. I'm a little nervous about doing these eyes, but you know, you got to start somewhere, right? So what I'm going to do, the game plan is to fill it in with white, and then have that be a blank canvas, because I figure the color will take better on white than on the skin tone. So that's kind of my thinking there. And then filling in the main eye and the liner and all that stuff. So yeah, here we go. Alright, so this is doing nothing, which is great. Yeah, I'm not sure why it isn't doing anything. So I don't know if it's a thing where I don't have enough Mr. Super Clear on there, or what, but I'm going to try wetting the colored pencil. That way I can get at least some kind of color on there. Okay, so that seems to work better. So I can at least get some color in there. It's harder to control, for sure. So I'm just trying to get a general sense of where I want the pigment. And I'm really just following the eye shape on the actual head sculpt. I'm not really creating like a new shape or anything. Alright, so I don't think I can do anything else with this. I'm just like kind of like pushing around. Yeah, I need to stop. I'm gonna leave that as is, let it dry, and then maybe do another coat or two, and then we can move on to the actual eye part. Okay, so I decided while I wait for this colored pencil side to dry, I'm going to paint the other eye. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some acrylic white paint and just literally paint the eye. As you can tell, I'm getting a very similar result. it's not as easy to control with the like floppy brush as opposed to using a hard pencil. You can be a little more precise, but it actually doesn't look that bad. So yeah, I don't know, maybe painting is the way to go, who knows. But anyway, I'm gonna let both of these dry, and then I'll probably do another coat of both. Alright, so it has been about 2 or 3 hours since I last did anything to these eyes, and it appears that things are dry, so that's good. So now I'm going to try and put a second layer on these eyes. Alright, so I just gave him some slit eyes. So when I'm using the pencil over top the old, or the first coat, it scratches it up. So, I guess I'll try wetting it again. I'm just worried that it's just not going to be, I'm not going to be able to get it like super opaque the way I want it to be. So if I wet it, yeah, I just don't know like how this is gonna work. It's literally just like scratching it in, and if I wet it, yeah, I'm just not sure how much more pigment I'm getting on there by doing this again. So I guess we'll just wait and see. So my only concern with this is that when I go to turn his head, he's gonna drip. Yeah, I'm gonna, yeah, and when I wipe it off, I literally just patted it and everything came off. So that method may not even work. So, yeah, if you have a secret to how to color in white or colored pencil, I would love to know in the comments below, because this is not working out for me. So I don't know if that means like spraying more super clear or doing what, but it's very frustrating. So the other thing I totally forgot that I have is I have this Posca pen, and I was like, oh, let me try a Posca pen because it's kind of like paint, or it is paint, but in pen form. So I'm gonna actually try, I'm gonna abandon the colored pencil for now. I'm going to try this Posca paint. See if I can get this to work also. So, look at that, just painting it on. Now the thing with this is that the tip is kind of broad, so I can't get super precise, but at least I can get like a coat down, and I could probably, if I mess up or whatever, I could probably kind of clean it up afterwards. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that. This is my favorite so far, my favorite method. And it seems to be giving a pretty opaque kind of appearance, so that's good. So I'm gonna let that dry. And while that's drying, I'm going to paint the second coat of acrylic paint on this other eye. This is the part that I've been dreading. So there are 3 layers of Posca paint on this eye and 3 layers of acrylic on this eye. Going forward, I'm just going to be using acrylic because I really don't have any colored Posca pens for the eye, actual eye. So we're just going to go ahead and use acrylics. So I also went ahead and found another one of these guys. So I'm going to try to replicate this, these eyes. Which, yeah, I am honestly a little terrified, but you know what? I just need to get in there and just try it and see how it goes. I also don't have like a blue color, so we're gonna do a brown eye instead of a blue one. So yeah. So I guess the next thing to do is just get in there. But before I do that, I just wanted to say that the Posca pen is definitely a favorite for me. The acrylic, I think it looks a lot rougher, and I think it's because of the brush strokes. So I do like the smoothness of the Posca, although there is a little bit of you can tell like where I didn't get all of the paint on there, but I guess that's fine. So, but yeah, I think going forward I'm going to probably use Poscas. I actually ordered some more Poscas, some white Poscas and some black Poscas in various tip widths. So I got some really fine tips and more broader tips. So I'm hoping that'll help with the accuracy part of it. But enough yapping. Let me just get into this eye. Oh wow, okay. I am really messing this up. I am totally going out of the bounds of what an eye should look like. I don't know why I keep just like going, but my other thought was that I would clean this up with the black. So if you notice, his eyes are lined in black, like the top and the bottom, and even the actual eye is lined in black a little bit. So I was hoping that I could kind of fudge it a little bit. I mean, I guess I can also clean this up with some acetone maybe. So maybe I'll try that as well. Wow, that's really bad. Okay, so I guess I'm also going to have the issue with streaks with this since I'm using acrylic paints as well. So yeah. But I'm going to go ahead and try the other eye. I know I've seen people sketch the eyes first, so you can kind of get like a rough idea of where you want to go. So I'm wondering maybe I can do that. Let me find a pencil. All right. So let me try sketching this out first. That way I'm not wasting time. Let me go in with the brown, and maybe I can follow this. I don't know. I think what I'm gonna do, like I said earlier, I'm gonna clean up the outside maybe at the end. Okay, I think that looks better. I think this left eye looks better than the right eye. He looks a little goofy right now. But I think with a few coats, I can probably make it look normal. Alright, I'm gonna play a dangerous game here and try to clean up the eye right now. So I have a better idea of what I'm working with here. I don't know. This should work. Okay, I am happy with this eye shape. I think with the liner, with the black like lining and everything, I think it'll look okay. I think. I don't know. We'll see. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait for these to dry. I don't know if I should do the same thing on this side maybe. Should I try to clean this side up? Maybe I should. Okay, so we are going to leave these as they are. So these are just going to be two different eye shapes. This is going to be a more like almondy eye shape, and this is going to be, I don't know what that shape is, but... So yeah, I'm going to do a couple more coats of the brown acrylic, and then I will see you when those are done. Alright, after, I think this is two coats of acrylic paint, I'm gonna try to add the pupils. So I have this Posca black marker, so I'm gonna carefully try to give him some pupils so it doesn't look super terrifying. I mean, I guess he still looks crazy. Like, he looks, yeah, he looks insane. So the one on the right looks a little more natural because it's actually cut off. Like, you wouldn't see a completely circular eye. So I think that's kind of what's throwing this side off. But when I clean it up some more, hopefully it won't look as cuckoo bananas as it does right now. But also with black against brown, it's kind of hard to differentiate the colors, so I'm sure that's why it also looks a little kooky. But anyway, I'm going to let that dry, and then after that dries, I think I'm going to add the catch lights to the centers of his eye. And then hopefully by tomorrow, I will have the thinner Poscas that I can kind of outline and make it look a little more non-creepy. Alright, here we are. It is the next day, and off camera, I tried to clean up this left eye a little bit, and it got a little smudgy, a little swervy, but that's fine. So today we are going to clean up I want to clean up the edges, add the black outline to his eye, add the catch light, and yeah, it's basically just like cleaning up. So hopefully it makes him look less like a crazy person, because right now he looks insane. So yeah, so like I said yesterday, I ended up ordering these thinner Posca pens, so they have finer tips. And I actually got a white one with a super fine tip, which I'm very excited about. So hopefully I can like clean up the edges a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Okay, so I gave him a black eye. I guess the Posca pen that I have, the thinnest one, is not that thin, so it's a little on the thick side. I was trying to mimic this, but that did not happen. So yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and use some acrylic paint on this side to try to outline. I don't know if that'll be any better, if I'll be able to get like a thinner line, but yeah, that's what we're gonna try next. Okay, so it's not that much better, honestly. It's like a hair thinner, but yeah, still getting raccoon eyes. Yeah, so I'm not sure how to get away from that. Let me try actually outlining the actual eyeball. Alright, so I'm gonna call this a double fail because I totally covered in on the acrylic or the Posca side. I totally covered in the one side of his whites, and then on the other side, it might look a little better than the other side, but yeah. So I don't know, maybe it's a thing where I don't do this and I don't color in the eye like that or outline it. So yeah, until I can find like a better way to get like a thin line. Yeah, so I need to figure that out. I also realized that he looks crazy because he doesn't have any eyebrows. So that's probably another reason why he looks so insane. So now that I've learned some things, picked some stuff up along the way, I kind of want to try this again on another victim and try these techniques. So I'm gonna try to wipe away his eyes, and if I can't get them clean enough, I will go ahead and use another boy doll. So here we go. All right, I was able to wipe his eyes off. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna try and recreate the eye, but make it a little neater. So wish me luck. All right. I am actually really happy with this. I'm actually surprised that I was able to, and this actually did not take that long. I had my trusty hair dryer to dry it in between coats. So, but yeah, it's obviously not the same as this. This one that I did is a little more cartoony. The features are probably a little too big, but that's fine. I don't mind it. I think it's cute. And I think lining the tops of the eye is definitely better. It gives a little dimension. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. Going by what I did just earlier to this, I am really happy with this. So the last thing I want to do is I want to coat it with some clear coat that I have. So I have this high gloss varnish that I'm just gonna paint over his eyes to make them a little more shiny. So let me do that. So here are the eyes with a varnish on them. I don't know, I mean, it's gonna be hard to tell, but they are somewhat shiny. So, and of course this could use some eyebrows and maybe some eyelashes and all that, but I really just wanted to focus on the eyes specifically. So here we are. So that was my first time drawing eyes on a doll, and it was honestly a little stressful. But I mean, that's the whole thing with like starting something new. You don't really know what works or what doesn't work. I've definitely watched a ton of videos on customizers that use like colored pencils and paints and all kinds of different techniques. But I think until you try these techniques out for yourself, you won't know what actually works specifically for you. Obviously, I found that paints work best for me, so I'm very excited about that. And I'm very excited, like I said again, that this actually turned out somewhat decent. And I think for my first attempt, I am very happy. I think over time, I would love to try to perfect the more like natural looking eye, because these are very like cartoony, but again, I'm okay with this. I think this is great. So yeah, I'm excited for the future of my eyes. And like I said, this is probably not going to be the only eye video that I do, so look out for future eye videos, but I want to do all kinds of customizing, kind of pinpointing kind of videos like this. So let me know in the comments below, one, if you like this type of video, Number two, if you want me to continue doing this type of series, and so let me know in the comments below. And thank you as always for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you haven't already, please remember to subscribe. And I hope you have a lovely whenever you're watching this, and I will catch you next time.